guaranteed. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello.
Hi.
Mark just frightened me to death. He claps and I was like just kind of looking at my notes and it frightened me after that. How are you?
Well, I'd rather that than what he did to me earlier. He burped in my face.
Have you not ever done that to him? I feel like that might...
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. It was like a love burp. Maybe that's the thing. My voice, I'm losing my voice slightly, so I do apologise. How has your week been? Has it been... no negativity? Anything spooky?
Nothing spooky.
Okay. Weird?
I'm not being negative. It's been a busy week.
Yeah.
Work has been very busy.
Yeah. Any weirdness happening?
No, not really.
I feel like sometimes weirdness is happening. You just don't
know.
recognise it. Because you're like, I'm desensitised to the weird.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I noticed, like, I think before when I've said that I've had a patient that was born the 4th day of the 4th month and died at 4:04.
That's weird.
I noticed things like that. I mean, we've had quite a lot of sort of the same month of patients.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
But yeah, I wouldn't say anything weird.
Okay.
Nothing weird. Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, it's Spooky Chat today, and I guarantee you it's going to be better than last Spooky Chat. I'm really embarrassed at what we just weren't prepared, and that won't happen again because that was just absolute trite, is what that was.
Yeah, but to be fair, we need to be forgiven a little bit because we've got a lot going on.
We'd already had a break. So we should have been on it.
But it's been a busy week as well.
But again,
it's just that's what it is at the moment.
Yeah.
I've had 2 tutorials for uni this week
I'm not
as well.
blaming you.
No. I know. And just having no time to do anything. Like I'm just constantly trying to read in between, like when I do have some time, but also having a chance to breathe.
Yeah. And sleep.
Yeah.
I haven't had much chance to sleep this week. So, so Julia actually recommended a really good spooky series that I started watching on Amazon, and it's called The Devil's Hour.
Okay.
On Prime. Have you heard of it? It's very good. It's British, and it's one of those where you have to put down all your devices and you have to concentrate on it. It's one of them, and it does keep your concentration. And there's 2 series on there at the minute. I've just finished watching the first one.
Yeah.
And it is really spooky. It's really weird.
Okay.
In a very good way. I've never watched anything like it before. It's very good. So
Okay, now I'm intrigued.
yeah, that's that recommendation. But so Spooky Chat today is actually, it is revolving like around one case, even though it's a Spooky Chat, because it is relevant. So as I say, this is a timely piece of alternative pop culture. So both Morbid and A Paranormal Chicks, who I listen to them every week, both those podcasts have recently done episodes on LaToya, I don't know how you say it. I should have looked at how to say her surname. LaToya Ammons, Ammons, I'm going to go with Ammons, and the Demon House. There's also been a film released about this case on Netflix, which I've seen as well, which is very good, and it's called The Deliverance.
Yeah.
Have you sort of heard anything about?
I recognise.
So,
Recognise.
I'll go through the case because it is a very interesting one, and it's just, the timing of this is quite weird. So, just to explain the case, this is taken from BBC Online. A US police captain says he believed a story about a woman who claimed her children were possessed by demons. LaToya Ammons from Indiana said her 3 children walked up walls, levitated, and spoke in strange voices. Official reports filed in 2012 backed up her claims, with psychologists stating that they saw the 9-year-old child speak in different deep voices and walk up the wall backwards.
Oh, fuck off.
This whole Spooky Chat is going to freak you the fuck out because it gets more. Yeah. So he flipped over and landed on his feet, they added.
Just a very good gymnast.
I mean,
did he do gymnastics?
But how does he's not Spider-Man? How's he going to walk up the fucking wall backwards?
I don't know.
So Gary, police.
Gary policeman.
Gary Police. Maybe the police are called Gary. Gary Police Captain Charles Austin. Yeah, the police department must be called Gary. That's so weird. Anyway, Charles Austin, who has more than 35 years of experience, said he had been convinced by the story. According to a local newspaper, the Indianapolis Star, he described himself as a believer after visiting the house and interviewing Miss Ammons and her family. Official Indiana state documents detail more events apparently witnessed by medical experts and those outside of the family. So there's people witnessing these things that, you know, they're not relatives, they're not friends. So, you know, they're completely separate from the sort of situation, as it were. So the children's names were removed from the papers to protect their identities. Medical staff reported they observed the children and heard the 7-year-old making growling noises and his eyes rolled into the back of his head. They observed name lifted and thrown into the wall with nobody touching him. The report also detailed the time when the 7-year-old walked up the wall in front of a number of medical professionals and name blank began to have a weird smile on his face. And he charged at the grandmother's stomach and headbutted her several times until she grabbed his hands and started praying. He was speaking in a different deep voice saying, "It's time to die, I will kill you," and staring around the room. It's so fucking creepy. He had the weird grin on his face and began to walk backwards while the grandmother was holding his hand. And he walked backwards up the wall while holding his hand, and she never let go of him. And he literally went up the wall and flipped over. He flipped.
Was any of this filmed?
I'm not actually sure, but there's been. I'll go on to explain because this is connected with something else. So there's obviously the film of it, but I don't know actually if any of the instances were filmed.
Am I making the right connection? Is this something that's going to be in a certain museum that we might be visiting?
Maybe.
Never it.
So he flipped over and landed on his feet in front of the grandmother and then sat down in the chair, just, nonchalant.
Yeah.
At other times, Miss Ammons said she saw her daughter levitate out of her bed, while the 12-year-old also reported being thrown across the room and grabbed by dark shadows. Oh my God, that's giving me chills. That's horrible.
See, for me, it's a smile.
Yeah, I just keep thinking of the smile, the film, where it's just like an unnatural... Yeah. Elsewhere in the reports, it shows that an unnamed witness had suggested the mother may have mental health concerns. They also said it may be that the children are performing for the mother and that she's encouraging the behaviour. But I would recommend listening to Morbid case of it and a Paranormal Chicks because it's quite good to have two different looks at it. But I
explain a kid walking backwards up a wall.
Yeah, and the fact that it's this quite strange behaviour that's being witnessed by lots of other people, and
why would they all be in on it?
But also, why anyway? Just why as a bit as the question.
I mean, there was. Am I right in thinking there was a basketball player or something that was accused of having springs in his shoes or something?
The hell's that got to do with it?
Well, maybe they have something sticking on their feet.
I feel like
chewed up some gum and stuck it on there. Look at me.
But then again, because they're in a medical facility when this is happening, so these people would see something they'd see someone going, "Hang on a minute, I'm just going to fiddle with my shoe while they stick gum on it or springs, and then go up the wall."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like. The 3 children were removed from the family home by authorities after the reports were filed.
Okay.
According to the Indianapolis Star, the day after the children were taken from Ammons, the hospital chaplain called on Reverend Mike Maginot to carry out an exorcism on the children and their mother.
And the mother as well?
Yeah. Whenever you would praise God in Latin, no reaction, he said. But you start condemning the demon, condemning the evil spirit. All of a sudden, the child, is reacting to that. The children were returned 6 months later when the problem subsided. There are now new tenants at the property, and the landlord has not received any further reports of demonic possession. So, like I said, those two podcasts did a really good job of explaining the case, and then there is the film, which is very good. So if you want to sort of know a little bit more detail about the case, watch it. But the interesting thing that connects it to us is the fact that Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures, and owner of the Haunted Museum in Vegas, purchased the Demon House in Gary, Indiana. Yes, it is called Gary. Okay. That makes sense now. In 2014 for $35,000. The following excerpts are from Fiona Dodwell at fionadodwell.medium.com. And this is all about Zach's experiences with the property. Bagans spoke about experiencing nightmares before and during filming because he bought it basically to then go and investigate it. Because then, obviously, if he buys it, they've got all the time in the world there, kind of do what they want. So yeah, before and during filming, he's having nightmares, as well as becoming bedridden with an illness for over a week after taking on the documentary project. Several of his crew quit during filming, and experts...
For what reason?
Well, the thing is, the best thing to do, right, which I will go into, there is a documentary on him investigating it. Mm-hmm. And so, because I don't want to spoil it for people if they want to watch The Demon House. So I'm literally just kind of glazing over it. But
sure.
So several of his crew quit during filming, and experts who took part in the show ended up in hospital. The Review Journal reported that when Bagans went to investigate the house, he sealed himself in, saying, "I wanted to be a part of it," the Ghost Adventure star says, taking a break from filming an episode in Virginia City. You don't hear this too often, where you have this many credible witnesses from police, from 3 different jurisdictions, child protective services, workers, clergy, emergency room staff, nurses, psychologists, doctors. It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a hoax, a hysteria, or real, but I wanted to see. So he literally had himself boarded up inside the house so he couldn't leave. Which I get claustrophobic, so the thought of that in a normal house would just, I know, absolutely no bueno. But the day after he was boarded up inside the home, his eyes began crossing, and Bagans developed a permanent case of diplopia, aka double vision, for which he'll always need to wear prism glasses. So, because obviously you see him a lot in Ghost Adventures, he's got like the cool black rim glasses. Yeah. He needs those because of what happened at this place, whether it's a coincidence or not, but it's quite strange.
But with... And before that, his eyesight was fine?
Yeah.
And it's not an illness?
Well, like so whatever with diploma the is, diplopia.
But could that not have just developed naturally?
I'm not a doctor. You always answer me these questions. I'm like, how would I know this?
Oh no, I'm kind of just thinking out loud.
Yeah,
I'm not saying. Oh, sorry. I'm not saying that that's what's happened. I'm not poo-pooing what he's. That. It's just maybe because say if someone's declared legally blind and like. Sorry, I keep moving the mic. In one eye. They need glasses, but that vision. I know what I'm trying to say. Like it, I don't know. It's obscured by something else. So, do you know what? Ignore what I'm saying because I cannot get it out.
Okay, love.
Yeah, just ignore that.
All right. Well, Bagans says he visited 4 doctors.
Sorry.
So he did visit 4 doctors.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
Who ran panels of tests looking for neurological problems, all of which came back negative. None of them could explain the rapid onset of his vision problems. He was about to have an operation to correct the malady when his surgeon informed him that there was a chance he'd be left blind. And so he said he would rather wear the prism glasses for his entire life than run that risk. And that's his biggest fear, is going blind. Like he's frightened of that. So Demon House was 3 years in the making, this documentary. I had security cameras in the house for 2.5 years, and never once did I capture something move by itself. And I wanted to, he says, laughing. But as I discovered, it was more about these forces having this pre-planned agenda for anyone who came in there, like into their nest, on how they were going to affect you. This place drained me, he continues. People usually see me full of energy and full of humour, but this place had a way of taking people's energy and screwing up and making them weird and sick. And he says, still to this day, I get visions in my head a lot about the house, the smell of it, the feeling of it. It's something letting me know that it hasn't forgotten me, which sounds crazy, but that's the thing of this. I think that whatever was there visits me. It's with me. So scary. Baggins himself admitted, this is the case that really fucked me up.
Oh, yay, and we're going.
So,
thank God I've got my crystals.
Well, exactly. So a chap called Stephen Barton of Dread Central claimed that the film was one of the single most compelling documentary series on the existence of the supernatural that I've ever witnessed. So that's quite a accolade, isn't it? So following the documentary, Baggins had the house bulldozed and destroyed.
I know which bit it is.
Yeah. As well as the problems him and his crew experienced, a girl who had visited the house while they were filming there tried to kill herself, and she didn't even remember being in the house 3 weeks before. So she had no recollection of visiting the house. Oh. And then after that, also Dr. Barry Taff, he was connected with the... Sorry, there's really no fly flying around. I don't know if that's a sign.
Oh, God, it normally is of demons, isn't it? If there's like a collection of flies.
Yeah, but not like that's just a fucking shit mosquito, though. That's not like a demon
mosquito?
fly. Yeah, it's like... Dr. Barry Taff, he was connected with the documentary and because when Zach does all these things with Ghost Adventures, seeing that they have so many different experts from all different walks of life contributing and things like that. So, yeah, Dr. Barry Taff died of organ failure following his contact with the house. And so basically, Baggins didn't want anyone else to be harmed by the house.
Yeah.
And
do we know if the doctor had an illness before?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not asking you personally.
No, but I don't know.
Okay.
So, again, because I'm not doing a case on it, this is just spooky chat, so I haven't gone, massively into it.
Okay.
However, Baggins did retain some elements from the Demon House, which are now on display in his haunted museum, Mrs. So, among the pieces... Among the pieces are the staircase to the basement, where most of the unusual energy was observed in the property, as well as the basement door and some of the dirt from under the stairs, where rituals were thought to have taken place. And
I wonder if it's like ancient burial ground or something.
Some of the items from the rituals were buried in that dirt. So we shall see when we visit Haunted Museum, but I don't need to tell you too much about it, and obviously I don't want to spoil it for people who will go to the museum because it's incredible. It's very scary seeing that particular part of it because it is literally behind metal shutters, and it's like in a fucking locked fucking area. And then they lift it all up. All the shutters come up, so you can go and look at it. You go and lick it. You can lick it. I feel like you definitely get possessed then. It's so creepy because you can literally peek your head in. It is set up. It's recreated like the basement, and it is just, really freaky. Because when I first saw it, I didn't know about this case, and I didn't know about Zach's documentary with Ghost Adventures there. So it was a case of, that's a very, very creepy basement, and I get that bad vibes from it, but I didn't know all of this stuff.
Do I watch this before we go?
I'm actually really scared to watch it. I've never seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
No, and there has been reports of like people, like things happening to people after they've watched it. So I'm a bit scared.
Okay. Just give me the serial killer stuff. Like, I've got this real fascination with ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Bring fucking demons into it.
Yeah. It's so
And the fact that this is, you know, probably the best proof out there for demon possession and things like that. Like, the closest thing to us knowing it's real, almost. Like, I can't explain a kid walking up backwards up a wall.
No, and the thing is, it's normally like, oh, the family said it happened, or, you know, but the fact that all these people saw, like, professional scientists.
You know, that's their reputations at stake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry if I'm lisping because...
No, it's fine, you got your braces. Also, I forgot to explain that the reason why I look Adam Sandler on the fucking red carpet is because I've got all my stuff that's nice ready to pack for Vegas, so this is what's left.
And I've just gone full hoochie mama.
Okay.
Because it's been a long week, and then I've been running and I haven't washed my hair. I didn't go running today, but I did have my dermal taken out because my body was rejecting it. So I'm just full hoochie mama, and I'm kind of not sorry.
No, it's fine. I just thought I'd explain why. Well, I look like a magic eye picture, especially when I'm next to the mat. At least you're in like block colours.
Yeah, but I do look like a dump truck.
You don't look like a dump truck. So if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong about this because my memory's fucking terrible and I've constantly got brain fog, but I think that particular exhibit in the Haunted Museum, I'm pretty sure that's the only room that has a crucifix above the door. That's how, like, much they're trying to contain the crazy. Yeah. Are you ready for it, love? So when we record this, we're literally flying in 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, when this is out, we'll have been, and we've had a fabulous time.
Yeah, wonderful, darling.
But when we come back, because obviously back in whatever episode it was, we did an episode on
Zach Vegas. Yeah.
So we can do another one, a follow-up one.
Where I've been.
Where
do you know
you've
what?
been.
It was so funny. So when I went to see Wes today for him to remove my dermal, it was like, I'm going to have fucking two of you going, oh, I've been to Vegas. Oh, Zach Vegas Haunted Museum. I'm like, yeah.
And also,
it's going to be like that.
We're roping Spence into coming. We're getting 3 RIP passes.
Do you know what? I feel like Spencer's going to be a massive lettuce. And he'll be hiding behind us.
I'm not sure, because I don't think, you know, like, we kind of know what to expect a little bit, because obviously we've watched Ghost Adventures, you know, we know, we've seen some of the episodes of the actual museum.
I just feel like someone who's got like this proper Bristolian accent and like he's, I don't know, you look at him and you think, oh, he wouldn't be scared. But usually people like that are the fucking, yeah.
Well, so I've given you some obsidian. I've also made you this like creepy looking like charm thing that you can like attach to your belt or whatever you want to do with it. And it's got obsidian on it. It's got the winged eyeball, which is a protective symbol. It's also just cool. And so the colours black and white are both
I love that though. Oh, it's also just cool. Yeah. So the demon's going to look at me like, nah, man.
Yeah.
She's too cool. I'm going to leave her be.
She's good.
She's good. It's like that meme. Like, I just think Michael Myers would let me live.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like he'd be like, no, you're good.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I've also given you a huge crucifix. And what else did I give you? Oh, and I'm going to take some, what's it called? Palo Santo wood.
Okay.
In case we need to.
I've got some sage.
Sage won't do it for that place. No, because... So, you know, I literally listen to podcasts and watch paranormal shit every day, all day. And so sage is great for, like, getting rid of everything and da-da-da. Palo Santo is the one that you really fucking need if it's bad shit. And I've got 2 sticks of it, so I'm going to bring those.
Okay.
So, because I think... even if you think I'm crazy, it's like the stuff I made for you. You can think I'm crazy, but
No,
just
I don't
take
care.
it.
I would still do it.
Yeah.
Like, just because there's part of you that thinks if there is real truth and there is that risk, you know, there's always that bit of doubt in your mind. Like,
You just
how
want to prepare, just in case.
it's just in case.
Yeah.
Like when I pack, that's why I pack so much.
Yeah.
Just in case it rains. Just in case it rains. Just
And
in
there's
case
a
there's a fucking
race.
avalanche.
Yeah.
Just in case you go for a race.
In the rain.
Just in case you go swimming.
Exactly. You never know.
Wes asked me if I'd shave my legs today.
Did he?
Yeah.
Brilliant. But I've got a bit of obsidian for Spence as well, because I was like, I'm not going to inflict crucifixes and things on him because, you know...
He can just go dressed as Valak.
Could do. I wonder if I should bring a crucifix for him, because I have got loads. Anyway,
I mean, can I have another one as well, just in case?
You've got 3 on your charm.
Oh, yeah, I do, yeah.
Father, Son, Holy Ghost. And you've got a giant one.
Yeah.
You're good, babe, don't worry. And then I think, just to be safe, I'm going to smudge us afterwards, regardless.
Okay,
just to, you know.
I have got a little bit freaked out just now.
From this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't...
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been before.
This did
But
the
it's the
job
fact
then.
that I'm fucking going now.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But it's funny because like we're going to SEMA, which is very, very exciting, but the highlight of my week is going to be the Haunted Museum and the Neon Graveyard as well, because I love that.
Yeah, and
It's
Bonnie
awesome.
and Clyde's car.
Yeah, exactly. We need to figure out what day we're going to go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so weird that it happened that whilst I was whilst I was washing, getting stuff ready for Vegas, I was listening to podcasts and they both did these cases. And I was just like, oh my God, I feel like this is, and we're going to the museum. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do it as a spooky chat because it's so timely.
I think I'm having some heart palpitations.
That's all right. You've just got...
I need coffee to calm me down.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I'll give you a pep talk before we go in because I know what we need to do. I know what we need to do. Okay. I know where our energy needs to be. The only thing you're going to have to help me with is last time I was in Dr. Kevorkian's area, I nearly passed out.
That's
so
right, I'll
catch me.
Yeah.
That's all good. But I've got us for the rest of it. So,
okay.
And are you prepared for the corridor of clowns as well?
Am I fuck? You know I'm not.
What we're going to have to do is sandwich you between me and Spence.
Please let me stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's really the only bit that is
like live action almost.
Yeah, and you can't get away from it because some of the rooms you have a choice. You don't have to go in all the rooms. You have to walk through the corridor of clowns, and I think when we've watched some of the episodes where they've got haunted lockdown, and there's one of the entities goes into one of the clowns in their kind of, what you call it, SLR, equipment stuff.
I thought you meant it actually happened.
Well, it did.
Huh?
One of the haunted entities disappeared into one of the clowns.
Beg your pardon?
On the documentary. Are you okay?
So there was a haunted item, the thing that was haunting it, left the item and went into...
Well, there's entities all over the museum, and because it was a haunted house to begin with, and then, because if you remember, it was a haunted house to begin with, there was all kinds of weird satanic shit going on there. Actually, not necessarily satanic, because actually that's, people misinterpret that, but there were sort of rituals going on in there, in the basement. So you'll see the basement, and...
Oh, it's got a pentagram, hasn't it, or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I literally went, and ran out. So it was a haunted house, then you've got all these haunted items, so there's just shit flying about everywhere.
Just willy-nilly?
Yeah.
How does one contain that shit in the thing that it needs to stay in?
Don't know, Zach probably goes, just fucking stay there, all right.
But there's now a haunted clown.
I know, there's lots of haunted clowns, but there was there was actual footage of the entity that they were kind of, capturing going into one of the clowns in that corridor that we walk through where the scary clowns are.
Oh, fuck my life.
You're right, babe. It is really scary. I told you, well, I was fine until I read the fucking waiver and I was like, oh my God. And then that night I had nightmares. So that's why I was like super prepared and I was like...
Mark had a gig last week. Someone was dressed up as a fucking clown.
Of course they were.
And I had to keep my back to them, pretend they weren't there. How the fuck am I going to get through that corridor?
You can't go right. There's no way around it. You have to go through.
What if the haunted clown gets me?
It won't, because you're gonna be protected. I've got that side of it covered.
Helen.
I have. I'm very confident I have. It's all good.
It's a fucking haunted clown.
The one room I won't go in is Peggy's room. Because she scares the shit out of me. There's no way I'm going in her room. So
I don't want to say that out loud because what she hears me.
That's okay. All due respect to Peggy.
Yes,
so
all due respect to Peggy.
In one of the many things we watch with Zach Bagans in it, there's a doll called Peggy, and it's said that even if you look at her through a screen, like on telly,
that's the one. Yeah. I thought that was Robert, but it's not. It's Peggy.
No, that's Peggy.
Yeah.
And so I didn't go into that room. I just got no. I'm not even looking at it. So I just won't go in there. I just got my instincts tell me not to do it.
I don't like it because once she gets me through the screen, I don't like it.
So I'm not going in there. So
Peggy,
if you go,
you're awesome.
Yeah, she's lovely. Hello, Peggy. So if you go in there, you're gonna have to. Spencer will probably go with you, but I'm not going in that room.
So why does she scare you so much?
Because of all the things that have happened to people. And I just I listen to my vibes, and my vibes say don't go in there. So I go, okay, I listen to you, vibes. Are you all right? I've traumatised you. I've like pre-traumatised you.
Do I have to go to Vegas?
You don't have to. You silly tit. You're going though. You don't have to, but you are. It'll be good. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah, if I don't die.
You won't die.
Or come back with something attached to me.
You won't. I've got that bit covered. Yeah. I'm fully confident about that.
You might have to speak to Psychic Sue afterwards.
Yeah, we can do. And I'm going to smudge us afterwards, so literally nothing will come with us.
Okay.
And you've also got to not let it. You have to be quiet.
Yeah, but
I'll say things before we go in.
I'm the kind of person that would have something attached to it because I'm such a depressive.
Well, that's not the attitude. That's the attitude the demons are looking for.
Oh, she's weak. Let's feast on her.
No. Anyway, so that's that one. So so there we go. We'll be going to Vegas and we'll be doing that. Have you got a get in the bin this week, doll?
Come back to me on that one.
Okay. I got to get in the bin.
I do have a get in the bin.
Oh, fucking brain fog. My brain fog this week has just been ungodly. I can't remember words. I can't say things. Brain fog. It is it.
At the moment, my get in the bin is the new process with death certification.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just realised we can see Goobs today. Because
I can't. The light's there unless he moves that way. But it's also very bright, so it feels like vampire. I'm melting. But yeah.
Because we couldn't see him last time. I didn't like it. It was unnerving not being able to see
If anything, you're probably safer than looking at him, so he's not like snarling at you.
You wouldn't be snarling at me, he might be snarling at you.
So Mark's getting the bin is being blamed for not bringing something that was not his responsibility. I thought he brought the iPad for every episode. I was wrong. He only brings it when it's one of my cases that I'm doing. So obviously the next episode we're filming after this, we're both involved. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I need to put my bit onto the iPad. And he's like, I don't have it. I was like, I thought you always brought it. It's like, no. But it's all right. He got his own back. He burped in my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bravo. And then he called me a cunt.
Oh.
At dinner.
Yeah, but to be fair, we use that term quite loosely.
Yeah.
Like, just we
it's
throw
a
it
term of
about.
endearment.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
wasn't
You were
like,
just telling me you love me, really.
I don't know. I've been watching Brassic again this evening because Ant came round to see Reg. So he's like at a certain place in it. So I watched an episode with him, and obviously there's lots of C-bombs in that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I love that show.
Get in your pocket.
Come back to me on that one.
My get in my pocket is my 0 fucks given about my outfit today.
Yeah.
And I'm really mixing genres. I've got Adidas sliders, I've got Von Dutch leopard print joggers on, and then I've got an LA Lakers oversized jumper and a stripy beanie.
Fucking Hoochie Mama 1 and Hoochie Mama 2, innit?
I look like I got
At least you got a face on and your hair looks decent. I've just come straight from... Yeah.
Well, I dyed my hair because obviously Vegas. this ongoing joke is going to keep going on forever. I dyed it, so I was like, it's actually like the colours all right and everything. But yeah, I still put a hat on, so I look like a magic eye picture because there's so much patterns going on. But I like that.
I like it.
So
yeah, this is us during the colder months.
This is just us. This is just us.
It's only because summer gets too warm that we can't do this.
Yeah, or we just do the summer version of it. Leopard print shorts and a fucking stripy top or something. Have you got to get in your pocket?
Yeah, I'm going to say 2 weeks off work. I'm ready for a break. I'm ready for a break. It's been quite hectic. So, yeah, I've got a 2 week break, and during that 2 weeks, it's my birthday.
Yeah, and you're going where? Sorry.
Maybe going to Vegas and Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum.
I can't see the screen. What he's written. Can you
Mark's Get in My Pocket is still Anna Kendrick.
Did you watch that film?
No, not yet. We haven't had a chance.
Yeah,
honestly, I've
that's
barely had a
I
chance
haven't
to wipe
watched
my
anything
ass
this week. Oh. Yeah, no, I haven't. Maybe you can watch it while we're away.
But I want to watch it.
We can watch it again when you.
He won't watch a film by himself.
I'll watch it again with you because I liked it. So
it's either that or Brassic. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I'll watch whatever with you guys.
Yeah.
I don't mind watching the stuff again. Have we got a random fact this week?
I do.
Oh, fucking awesome.
I used to be engaged.
Oh shit! Yeah.
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 So that's about it. Mark.
I was gonna say he's gonna say something about this now.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know if I've got.
Yeah.
That's my thinking face.
It's just my face when anyone talks to me.
I'm not in the middle of a mentee bee. This is just me thinking. Oh shit, what's my random fact? Oh, my random fact this week is I've got fucking hay fever in the autumn because apparently there's mould in the mist.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. It's probably biological warfare.
Fuck's sake.
There we go. Let's start a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I was just not prepared for hay fever
Probably not a
symptoms.
conspiracy theory, though, is it, really? Let's
No.
face it. Well, there's been an outbreak of... Well, I say an outbreak. There was one person found with another...
Fucking outbreak. That's barely a situation. My God.
A person who's recently returned from, I think, Africa has been found with Mpox. I don't personally know what Mpox is, but it's a deadly strain of it.
It sounds like a 90s, dance band.
Mpox.
Yeah. I think Goobs is going to find out what it is.
There's been an outbreak. One person.
It's not. It's all the... It's fucking... I'm not going to...
monkeypox.
I'm not going to start getting into it, but it's...
Oh, that makes a lot of fucking sense now.
Population control.
Mpox, monkeypox. Yeah.
So we've had 2 random facts. So you go random fact, Goobs. Oh, I can't see it.
This... fucking prick. This will be my last episode for Cars of the Macabre. I cannot disclose why, but it may or may not be due to being blamed for something that was not my fault.
We literally can't do the podcast without you.
Yeah.
So, if you've got something to say about that, listeners, then just make sure you message.
I love it, though, because at the party,
Park Lane
there was a
Studios.
couple of people that were like, so you're Goobs?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
But also, the other thing is, he's like Goobs, Mark, Gilbert. There's no one thing. He's all the things.
Yeah, giblets.
Yeah, he's just all the things.
Gilbertos.
Very good. I think that's it for this episode. So if you would like to find us, go to our Linktree. It's linktree.com/Cars on Macabre, and links to everything on there to listen, to watch, all the things. And if you have any spooky stories, send them into our email.
They don't have to be related to cars.
No,
I'm going to put that out there. They don't.
No, the fact that we're reading them on Cars on Macabre makes them related to cars.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah. And, you know, if I do not return from Vegas...
It's because I've locked her in the Demon House basement.
Helen, why would you do that?
Well, I wouldn't, obviously.
No, but why would you even suggest such a thing? I am fucking pirate soul sister my arse. You're getting brave, ain't you?
I don't know. Goobs looks perplexed or horrified.
The fennest thing ever. What was? What?
Anyway.
What did I say? Oh, how I said pirate. I can't help it. Fucking pirate soul system. Oh, I heard it that time.
Yeah, and then it fucking continued. Oh, I heard it that time.
What did I said earlier that sounded real fun? Didn't I say something earlier that sounded real fun?
Everything does now, dear.
No, I think it was, we were driving here. And I was talking about Eddie. Eddie was sat in the front because he likes to look out the window.
Yeah. Bless him.
Oh, he's had a haircut today. Silky smooth, nice smelling boy. Love him. I said something. Oh, he's a proper farm dog. That's how it came out. And I was like, oh, God, I make myself sick.
Well, thank you very much to Mark from Park Lane Studios for
cheers,
video, the sound, just basically everything other than the content. Content's our fault. All the good stuff is Mark. So thank you very, very much. Mark Park Lane Studios.
Good job, yeah.
Check him out. Hit him
up. Good job, yeah.
Tell him that we need him for the podcast.
He can't leave. No, you must live. You can't leave.
Exactly.
I'm scared.
And on that note, until next time,
stay spooky, bitches. Muffler.